and welcome back for another episode of Terrafirmagreg. Last episode, I got my jetpack and my glider to be able to travel the world better. Today, we're gonna do some more work into the factory. But before that, I want to talk with you. Yes, I want to talk with you again. Because you probably noticed that I have a lot of episodes. And many of them, mostly the recent ones, don't feel like much has actually happened. However, when you pick other YouTubers like the Helkuber that inspired me to do this series here, he has only 8 episodes and he is actually ahead of me into what I have into my factory. However, I like to do this here because on his video things just happens too fast. He don't show much of the struggle of certain parts of his play or anything else. So it feels like like a lie, because it is not that easy as he makes itself to seem like. You need to actually play it before you can play a lot before you can actually see that. And me doing these little videos here where sometimes it seems that I don't do much. I show you what I am struggling around here. So if you're going to play, you might do better than me, because this is Greg Tech after all. If you over prepare, you don't have any trouble. Why make one machine who will make a stack? Why make just motors to make the correct machine? Make a stack of it. Accumulate plates, accumulate rods, accumulate gears, accumulate wires. If you have everything in abundance for you to work around, when you get to work with it, it's gonna be a lot easier. However, put things aside, as you can see here, I am still working into my food here, but I won't explain much. This is just to make conserve of it, to brine it and then to actually pickle it. Because even though we have the refrigerators that can make food last a lot, and I really mean a lot longer than before, some food will still spoil, like this one here, this soybean, because they have a very short shelf life. So I want to actually preserve it. And of course, soybean is the best food that it is. So I make my preparation, they can last even longer here. And with the recent discovery that I can actually make alcohol from the maize itself, all I need to plant is actually soybeans, something to give me fruit, and then maize if I need it. Because since it lasts already so long by default, like here, 4 years, everything else, I don't need that much. And when I have set my place here, I'm actually going to start getting the milk from the cows here to make cheese, so I can make a more complete meal, so I can try to maximize this as much as I can. As I am now, I can do those 3 here constantly. This here is not rising any much, even though I drink milk every single time. It's just too little to make any difference into my nutrition. Now food starts to fall. That's easy to recover. But I did not call here to actually just show you my food again. I'm gonna start to revamp here. Still debating with myself if I'm gonna move the boilers to this place here where the forge was before, because it is closer to the water wheels here, so it's going to be easier to supply with water and lava. Or keep it there and move the processing line to here actually. Start here and go all along here, because this side here is actually not very interesting, because processing should not be into the middle of the way, should it? Put the crusher here, then the water washer here, and then the centrifuge here, and then the other part here, and so on. Make using the side of the factory and leaving the middle open, because very soon we're gonna actually enter the most complex area. And to that, let's make two things before I forget and catch myself into a pickle. First, let's make the advanced electrolyzer that I promised so many times ago. This is going to help me get more aluminum and other stuff. And for the next one, let's make the advanced extruder. You probably never see this machine before, because the lower voltage has little to, well, almost no use. Let's put the machines here until they have a place for themselves. This is just going to allow us to get the bauxite from here, if I can actually find it, and just turn into more aluminum. This is gonna allow me to get the aluminum for other sources and produce other stuff. This here is gonna help me with a lot of minor stuff that is annoying to make. I already made it ahead of time a lot. Where is it? It's here. The empty molds to actually make the extruder shapes. What is an extruder? Listen well, so I don't make the same mistake I did when it first came out. Extruder is a machine that consumes a lot of power to do a lot of shapes more easily. While if I want to make this pipe here, I need to get the plate and get the ram and the wrench. I could just use an extruder to make one ingot into one pipe. And as you can see here by the shapes, we have almost everything here. For example, is rods. Let's make the rods here. Now with the rod, if I pick a metal, really? I don't have anything to use it? Really? Like this steel that I just made, I can come here into the extruder, put the ingot, put the shape here, and it's going to make it to me two rods. That's very nice. Of course, not the only way to actually do it. Have things to do it as well. However, this consumes a lot of power, more than the normal version. Like we even have one here for like plates. You can see that into the bender is just 1013. However, in the extruder is 3000, so you use more power for the convenience of it. Of course, the most profitable ones are the rod, the bolts, that you can now be able to actually make 8 bolts from a single ingot, not 4 or 8. Have the rings, have the gears to make things really cheap. Just for making a gear. Try to make it normally. Takes at minimum 6, at maximum 8. So all of those are gonna help me a lot. Hotels, pipes, as I said before, blocks. So this is a very important machine to make things a lot easier. So for now, I'm just going to make some shapes here. Now I made a lot of shapes here. We have a small gear, normal gear, long rod, bolty, ring, small pipe, normal pipe. Now things gonna be a lot more smooth than before. I can just come here and request what I need. This will make crafting more boilers easier. This requires some stuff here that I kind of feel annoying to get. I have finished the lithium vein. I should actually remove that thing. Message here, and brought the miner close to home to get some tin and a satellite, because very soon gonna start making more bronze to make the auto boiler. So we have here collecting stuff, because the vein, my first vein of tin here is actually pretty huge. And close by here, as you can see, I found 3 calcium. 3 calcium, if you want to know, is to make this manganese phosphite dust. The phosphorus can come from many sources. One of them is the centrifuging the calcium phosphate to get the phosphate, and phosphate we electrolyze it to get the oxygen and 1 phosphorus that we combine with the manganese to make 2 of those that we then smelt into the blast furnace to get the phosphate, and phosphate we make wires that have that are low voltage, but it has 0 loss. So they're going to save me some power. The next tier of the superconductors is the magnesium dioride, boron and magnesium. Boron is kind of difficult to find. It's on the south vein. It's not that easy to come close up, come around. So anyway, I'm going to go back to my factory and start actually doing the boiler to get more power, and the process line to make things more straightforward. Now that I have at least these 2 machines here to help me, it's not going to be as troublesome it was before. Hopefully. Before I forget it, I actually installed a mod here to help me find the points of lag that I was having before the observable. And it actually helped me a lot. The things are a lot more smooth now. It runs some simulations and then shows to me where the lag is coming from. As you can see, most of it are green, some are red. Will come to you very soon. But most of it is kind of green. We do have some reds here, like the bees and this steam turbine here that is feeding the refrigerators, even as heavy leg on top of it. And for some reason this hammer here into the hammer stand causes lag. And as you might expect, them animals also have lag, even though most of them are static. Why are you so heavy into the lag? What are you trying to accomplish? Now back to the main problem. As you already saw me drinking, I'm not stuttering as much as I was before. I found out the culprit, and it was ridiculous. Well, the culprit, it was this guy here. The setup here with the smart shuttle with a filter to smeltables into a pipe that is not connected to the input bus was causing a lot of lag. As you just saw, as it is 48. It is disabled by Headstone. If I enable it, probably going to see that going to start stuttering a lot more than before. Now if I run another diagnostic like so and update it, now it is better. Okay, now I don't understand. However, believe me or not, when I ran this the first time, this was showing here a lag of 9,000. Yes, the single block here was causing more lag than the entire map here. One simple block. So I disable it so it don't causes too much trouble. But since I'm gonna be changing this very soon, I might just remove it after all. And just by some kind of information, even the fruit trees cause lag. So we have to be very, very careful with what we do. What I have down there that is called lag. Is that the wire? No, it's the great stuff. And I did not show you, but here is the setup powering the refrigerators outside of the main base. You have one hose for lava, one for water, one for seawater. I have this in the middle that's taking the water from the infinity water source to make it spin, and it's probably all 4 of them, and they are feeding 2 steam boilers to keep that one steam turbine running. I tried with 1, but 1 is not enough, so I had to actually make 2. It should be silenced, but still make the steam noise. Now let's go back to work. Well, it's been some very long time for me, but for you, it's a transition. And here is the new and improved base here. As you can see, this area here that has the boiler and the bottom is now empty. I had made this little nice setup here with more space and be more consistent. Instead of here, we have a very fast crushing wheel. That's gonna crush the ore, and then suddenly the items down, arriving here. Very heavy conveyor on top, extract the items. But I was thinking to change this to stack from the side, and leave the center open for the extra pipe. And here we have 4 oil washers I had before, but now there is a gap between them, so they become more eye-pleasing to see. It's not that clogged as it was before. And it is the products here, because you have a lot of dust here. This comes later. You have a smart shuttle to remove only the purified ore. To send it here, that's going for the thermal centrifuges, and then arrive here, where everything here is just waiting to be crushed, smelted, or anything else. So I have put that setup that was into a single chunk across, well, 2 and a little more. But now at least it is more eye-pleasing to see. It's not as crowded as before. And on the side you have machines here that are still clunging together until I have material to actually expand like here. So this is just temporary, this cluster duct. And here I had one larger boiler on the back, as you can see here. Now I have 2, and they are sharing the middle wall here. So the second one is cheaper than the first one. Each one has the 2 medium voltage turbine. Yes, I could add a third one, but they don't have enough output to actually keep 3 of them at the max capacity. So I prefer to leave them like this for now. Insert into a full battery box here that is supplying power to the entire base here. I have the extruder here with the chest with the materials that I might need to use, and the electrolyzer, as you see, getting a lot of oxygen. Still some steam machines that I still use for some stuff here. Go wash this for me. And I may have moved my electric blast furnace to here, so I have space to put more here, because we're going to need to have several of them. Problem is that it is very hot near it, so I can stay here for a very long time. And there is nothing special about it really. We have a chest where I put the item I want to smelt to be inserted here. In the middle have the liquids if you need it, and here the output. As you see, you have some steel, have some aluminum, and there's new manganese phosphide that I got from my tricalcium. And this is used to make the manganese phosphide wire that is a superconductor of the low voltage. So it has 2 amperes into a single wire and 0 loss. So if I want, I could run a cable all across the base and not gonna lose a single EU. However, just 32 is not much, really. But I started using here, the new setup here. Also using here into the water wash, because it has a good distance. So instead of losing 1, 2, 3 every time this requires power, it's losing 0. Here still need to actually replace, but for now it's okay. It's gonna pass for some transformation. And I had last area here that I am still debating if I will make the steam furnace, oven, or make electric furnaces, or anything else, because I need to crush this ore here, and the high voltage is not close, so I don't need to, so I can't get anything extra. I'm debating if this is actually useful or not anymore, because yes, this gives me a chance of getting 30% extra resource However, it's not everything, it's only metal. I already did the dumb thingy of it. He said something that it didn't process and lost a lot of it. Good material, mostly gems. If I put gems there, I only gain 1 or 2 instead of the correct amount. One example here is the sodalite. And why I want to talk about sodalite? Because, believe it or not, since I'm going to start to need to do a lot of medium voltage machine, because checking the recipes correctly, like this ethanol here, that to make you feel, it says here medium voltage. Most recipes now are gonna require medium voltage machinery. It's something that the spec is doing, that is forcing you to upgrade your machines constantly. You only use the older ones to ship label that you don't care to be faster. Because as it is explained many times before, when you go upgrade the tier of a machine, you're going to cost more power. Like here, the autoclave here, into the low voltage, uses this amount of power. But if I go to the medium voltage, it is half time, but 4 times the energy. And if you go again, 1/4, but 16 times the amount of power. So for some recipes, it's not good to actually upgrade the machine. However, this version of the Greg has a little option here to change the voltage the machine is treated. I can put it to be treated as low voltage here, so it's going to use less power, but still be of a higher material that accepts the higher voltage and have a higher tank. Because this here, the medium voltage electrolyzer can hold the 48 buckets of fluids, while the low voltage only 32. So it's 50% more, and that's one gonna be even more and more and more and more. Like the crates, for example. The steel 72, 90, 180, 126, 144. The better the tier, more space it has. And this is basically it. And why the sodalite? I auto-upgraded the most machines to medium voltage. We're going to need a lot, and I mean a lot of aluminum. And aluminum is not that easy to come by normally. That is it. Aluminum dust, mostly from the electrolyzer. But you have here mica, that you have to mine the stone, pollucite, that is a ore, liquidine, that's a ore, and again 4 or 20, 90. This is renewable, but for now don't have the means to actually keep producing it. Oh no, it's not this one here. Alunite, that is very good, but difficult to find, and so on. Rosla, but just get one. There's a little bit more, but it's kind of rare to find it, and so on. However, I found that you can actually turn sodalite into actually aluminum. You turn 11 of it into 3 aluminum, and some chlorine gas, and some silicon, and some sodium. So here you have 3 very useful materials: aluminum to make aluminum, silicon to make silicon bubbles that they're gonna need it later on, and sodium to make batteries and other recipes. Like I believe we have this sodium anything there. We can mix with the chlorine gas to make salt. Very useful. Because with salt we can make I was looking at the wrong place, sorry about that. But anyway, this is very interesting because it takes 11 to make it 3. However, if you check the ore of the soda light, like I have here, let's look for the normal one. Uses, if you crush it, you only get 1 and maybe an extra one. But if you smelt it, you gain 6. Or macerate, you gain 6. So a single ore of the normal quality give you half the amount of it. You show that you can water wash it to a chance to get the gloves with dust, and then we can shift it to have a chance to gain more than we started. You can get a lot more materials than you wanted. In the case of shift, upgrade the tier help is getting more of the material. So by having the medium voltage, this going from 50 to 57.5. So this is a great way to actually get more aluminum, because it gets so much. I have here a lot of the purified lazurite over here that I am saving up to build a sifter to pass it, because it can also be used to make aluminum, sodium, and silicon. Use a little bit more, but it's okay. And all of this here that are still being processed come from a single stack of a rich ore. So if you take that, I can get 4 aluminum for each stack, so 4, 80, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Aside all the extra dust I am getting here. So very useful to get a lot of aluminum. And now that I have upgraded my power generation, I am able to actually run the electroblast furnace non-stop here, making for me a lot of steel, some aluminum, and everything else. So steel now for me is actually very mundane. I am starting to stockpile too much of it. I even have here the material to make the machines to the low voltage that we don't have. So let's go make it before we end this episode here. Oh no, because well, it's already half an hour. Well, I want to show you the last thing though before I actually finish the episode here. You have a block of emerald. Normally I have to build the cutter to cut it into 9 plates and can use the low voltage. However, you can actually cut it before that time if you wish for. Just use the create mechanical saw. You come in this position here and you toss it, and it's going to cut it, however, into 6 plates, not 9. So you lose 3 plates, but that is a lot more easy to get early on than the buzzsaw, because the buzzsaw of the low voltage tier actually require cobalt brass to actually be made, and that require aluminum dust. So until you get aluminum, you cannot make it. But now with it, we can come here, pick some zinc foil, and combine with it. So we can make it in tag filter. I made some solar light plates as well. Same method. And with it, you can actually make the fluid filter. And that's only because it is actually the requirement to make the basic gas collector. Now we have a basic gas collector that you can place here, and it should start collecting air once I put the recipe here. Now it's going to very slowly collect the air from the atmosphere. And then I need to centrifuge it. Ah, crappy. I'm going to die. We have this crap here. Lime. It is a corrosive. I can't place it back. Really? Mind fatigue in weakness just for having it. And that's what we gain for playing around. I found out. And I centrifuge go here, and you're going to output everything inside. So now this is going to very slowly, and I really mean very slowly, 8 seconds to complete. So to actually use this up here, I need to make several amounts of centrifuge to keep this running. But at least it's low voltage, 7 U. Anyway, and this here I can actually use to maybe set up some complex filter here to make better setups. Let's see what we have here. I have to actually write it. That's not good. I thought it was gonna be more easier than that. So maybe I'm not going to use it after all. Anyway, sorry about this. A little setback. This was On God. Thanks so much for watching.